So here's the latest on the Roundup case. The Supreme Court has agreed to hear this case. This is the case where Bayer, the owner of Monsanto, is demanding that the government shield it from any lawsuits involving cancer and its product Roundup. The active ingredient in Roundup is called glyphosate, and the International Agency for Research on Cancer has classified glyphosate as a cause of environmental cancers such as non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. The EPA has not done that classification and has not classified Roundup as a carcinogen. But you have to understand something, and I work in the legal advocacy field where we're handling cases involving hidden chemical toxins and pesticides, chemicals like carbaryl, for which we just won a big case involving an olive oil company here in California. Agencies move glacially slow. It's very difficult for them to keep up with the science. But the science clearly shows over the last few years that Roundup is a cause of environmental cancers, particularly non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is one of the commonest environmental cancers in the United States today, and whose rates are increasing. And this is also a form of cancer is also rising among our pets, such as dogs, because they often play on lawns that are sprayed with herbicides like Roundup. People are getting cancer and they filed thousands and thousands of lawsuits and they're winning because the truth matters and facts matter. People who are gardeners, for example, have filed lawsuits and won. And that's the case here involving, I believe, a gardener from the Midwest. If I'm not mistaken, it's Missouri. Don't hold me to that. And this case has now made it to the Supreme Court. Now, everyone likes to attack the Biden administration, but when it came to the environment, they may have been a little bit slow, but you could count on Joe. And the federal government was on the consumer side in this and said, of course you have to hold manufacturers liable for their products. That's an important right that consumers have to sue if they get hurt. And agencies move so slowly, they just can't keep up. Even our EPA. Biden's administration was on the right side. Guess where Trump is? His administration is siding with Bayer against us, against consumers, against our kids, against our neighbors, all of whom are susceptible to getting cancer, and some of whom are getting this particular cancer that Roundup causes. That's your government for you. And I just want to keep reminding people, Make America Healthy Again is not Make America Great Again. The two are separate. And this is a MAHA issue. So this is going to go to the Supreme Court, and with a majority of conservatives and sold out conservatives who just toe the party line, this is really scary. You know, if they take away this right, folks, this is horrible, because this is one of the fundamental things we have to do as consumers is fight for our rights. And using the courts is one of our most vital tools. I know, because the nonprofit group that I manage, you know, we handle 40 or 50 cases at a time, and we're always fighting for consumer rights. The Supreme Court just has some really people who aren't going to look at the facts and the law, who are not on the consumer side. They have an authoritarian bent too, so I'm really concerned. Anyway, that's what's happening right now. I'll let you know when this case is being heard at the Supreme Court and give you my thoughts on the arguments presented. I pray that the plaintiffs, those are the people suing for their rights, have the best attorneys and they make a great presentation. We really need to preserve this right. Please talk about this with your friends and loved ones, and don't use Roundup, okay? So get my book, Raising Healthy Kids, Protecting Your Children from Hidden Chemical Toxins. You can get it at Amazon.com or use the link in this post. You can subscribe to my YouTube podcast at David Steinman _author. Be well, buy organic. I'll talk to you soon.